Good morning, Stampers. Today we're going to be making a little treat box. I've got a lot of compliments on this treat box before. I have made it for a convention swap, and I've had a lot of people ask me how I made it. First of all, let me show you how I get the dimensions. So what I like to do is kind of think out my dimensions beforehand. So I'll take a piece of paper and I'll try to visualize the box. So this is the base of the box, both ways. Then I need a lid and a flap that comes over. I also like to put little flaps on the inside, and this will make more sense once you see the finished box. So now for my dimensions. I know I want my box to be 3 by 3. So I know that on this part, which is the base of the box, I need 3 inches here. I only want it to be an inch up, so an inch on either side. These are going to be a ½ inch each. So then I would add that up, and I know I need 6 inches on this side. For the side with the flap, once again, because it's 3 by 3, I need the base to be 3, I need the top to be 3. And 1 inches on each of the sides. So I add those all up and I get 9. Okay, so if you just remember how to draw it and you play around with your dimensions, you can make any size box. So what I've done is I've already cut a piece of Kiwi Kiss paper, and it is cut down to 6 by 9. So now I'm going to put that in my score pal here. And what I want to do is start scoring. So since this is the small side, the 6, remember on my drawing, I have little flaps that are ½ inch. So let's go ahead and make a score line. Oops. It's kind of hard to score that way, so I'll do it this way. And I'm using my score pal, which one again is one of my favorites. I'm going to make a ½ inch on both sides. Then my next piece was an inch in, so I need to go 1 plus a half. So 1 1/2, and then over here I need to go an inch in, so I'm at 5 1/2. I'm going to subtract an inch to make 4 1/2. I could have also counted over from 1 1/2, 3 inches to 4 1/2, and then another inch. I could have counted it that way, but I'm used to counting towards the inside. Then I'm going to turn it around, and what I'm going to do now is score the long way with the flap. So you'll remember that we had an inch on our drawing. Then we went over 3 inches, so an inch plus 3 is 4. Then we had an inch, so 4 plus 1 is 5. Then we had 3 more inches, so 3 plus 5 is 8. Okay, so there's my scoring. And I can even start, folding it a little bit if I want. Now the next thing is we need to cut off some of these pieces to make our box. So let me put my mat in here. And I'm going to show you where I would typically cut. Okay, so because I need my flap, I don't need this piece here. In fact, let me outline it for you. Okay, so I don't need those. So I went down 1 inch, then I went down 3, and over 1.5 inches. I don't need that on either side. Okay, so I'm going to cut those. Also, I don't need that little flap here, the ½ inch. I don't need it on the inch sides. So we're going to cut those out. And once again, I don't need that little 1/2 inch on the 1 inch side, so we're going to cut that out. And I'll try to put a diagram on my blog for you as well. So let me get my scissors and start cutting. And actually on this 1 inch flap, I want to cut in and then cut that 1/2 inch off. So now I have my box. I can start folding it up. I'm going to take my corner rounder now. And what I want to do is round this top flap. And round these 1.5 inch flaps. Now everybody knows one of my favorite things is sticky strip. But recently I've been fortunate enough to receive some of the score tape from the makers of Score Pal. And I'm really starting to love this, and I'll show you why in a second. First of all, it's 27 yards, which the sticky strip only comes in 10 yards. So it's a significantly larger amount for about the same price. It also comes in 2 widths. So I got the 1 1/8 and the 1 1/4. So this is really nice if you're doing something that's very thin. But let me show you what I really like about it. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I need to do is attach the sticky strip or the score tape here on the inside of that 1 inch flap. But look, no scissors. I can tear it. So I don't have to keep grabbing my scissors. I could just tear it with my finger. Fold our flaps in. And then I could tuck this down inside of my box. And there you go. A nice 3x3 box. Now all I have to do is decorate it. Hi all, I wanted to show you one other box that I had made. You can see that this box is significantly larger than the other one we made. It is 4 by 5.5. And the reason being is that this one holds snowman soup. So if I open it up, you can see that it's large enough to hold a full-size candy cane and a thing of hot chocolate. I'll put the dimensions for this box on my blog as well. But here is the 3x3 box now that I've decorated it with the Say It With Scallops, and I just punched it out with the 1/4 inch circle and then layered it onto the scallop circle and used the Hawaiian papaya background. So 3x3 box, and then the larger 4 by 5.5. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial.